Welcome to the Emergency Action Plan training series. In this short session, we'll walk through Section F, Safety and Security of the EAP form. This section addresses how to prevent, prepare for, and respond to security threats, disruptive behavior, and other safety-related concerns that may arise during special events. Robust safety planning is critical not only for the protection of attendees and staff, but also for maintaining public confidence, ensuring compliance with permitting requirements, and avoiding reputational or legal consequences. High-profile incidents, crowd surges, active threats, and even localized disruptive behavior can escalate quickly without a clear plan in place. Through proactive threat assessments, coordination with law enforcement and private security partners, and the development of clear, scalable safety protocols, you can reduce risks and respond effectively if issues arise. By the end of this session, you'll understand how to identify potential hazards, engage with appropriate partners, and implement operational plans that help ensure a safe and successful event experience for everyone involved. The Emergency Action Plan form is a tool to fill out when planning an event to ensure all areas of emergency preparedness are considered and detailed. The associated EAP development guide will provide event planners with information on best practices for emergency preparedness. This development guide is a resource to help you construct an EAP for your event. This EAP training consists of 6 modules. Module 1. Event Contact Information and Details, Sections A and B. Module 2. Event Command and Communication, Section C. Module 3. Weather, Section D. Module 4. Health and Medical, Section E. Module 5. Safety and Security, Section F. And Module 6. Comprehensive Site Map. During this module, we will review the questions in Section F, discuss the importance of safety and security planning, and highlight best practices and key considerations when completing this section. We'll also reference the EAP guide and point out supporting resources that help inform your responses. Before we begin, it's helpful to have both the Emergency Action Plan template and the Emergency Action Plan guide available for reference. Section F addresses the essential safety and security measures your team needs to have in place. Whether you're coordinating with law enforcement, managing private security teams, or planning crowd control, this section ensures everyone understands their role in maintaining a safe environment throughout the event. Question 43. Will law enforcement be present at the event? Details asked. Indicate if law enforcement will be on-site. If yes, include their agency name, number of officers, and point of contact. Why it matters. Having law enforcement on site improves response to emergencies, deters unsafe behavior, and enhances public confidence. It is important to check with the local requirements for on-site police. For example, in Denver, scheduling and hiring off-duty police officers is required when alcohol is available at events and parks. Question 44. Will there be private security on site? Details asked. Indicate if private security will be on site. If yes, include the company name, number of personnel, and point of contact. Why it matters. Private security can supplement law enforcement, manage access control, provide trained crowd managers, and help with perimeter monitoring and de-escalation. Question 45. How will security personnel be identified? Details asked. Describe how security staff, whether law enforcement or private security, will be visibly identified, such as uniforms, vests, badges, or credentialed passes. Why it matters. Clear identification helps attendees recognize who to approach for help, improves coordination with emergency services, and reduces confusion during incidents. Question 46. For every 250 people attending an event, there must be at least one trained crowd manager. Please list how many trained and untrained crowd managers will be on site. Details asked. Provide the total number of trained crowd managers as well as other event personnel that will be on site but not trained in crowd management. Crowd management requirements per fire code and training resources will be discussed later in this module. Why it matters. Adequate crowd management reduces the risk of injury, improves egress and ingress flow, and ensures safe evacuation if needed, especially in large or high-energy events. Question 47. How will staff and volunteers be trained in safety protocols? Details asked. Indicate how staff and volunteers were notified of the EAP and training available, if any, for event preparedness, such as in-person briefings, online modules, or other formats, and explain any additional preparation provided. The guide shares resources for crowd management training, as well as links to FEMA training on special events. Why it matters. Ensuring all personnel are familiar with emergency protocols improves coordination, reduces response time, and increases overall safety during the event. Question 48. If an individual is separated from their parent or caregiver at your event, how will they be reunited with the correct guardian? Details asked. Describe the plan, including staff training, designated reunification areas, and steps like staying with the individual or notifying authorities. Why it matters. A clear reunification plan helps vulnerable individuals reconnect with their guardians quickly and safely. The associated EAP development guide will provide event planners with information on best practices for emergency preparedness and response. This development guide is a resource to help you construct an EAP for your event. This is a list of safety and security resources commonly used at special events, along with a brief description of their purpose and how they support a safe and coordinated environment. Private security company contracted security personnel are responsible for enforcing event rules, managing entry points, and maintaining general order throughout the venue. Crowd managers, these trained individuals monitor crowd behavior, help direct foot traffic, and assist with evacuations or shelter-in-place procedures during emergencies. Volunteer and staff training materials. These are tools or sessions designed to educate staff and volunteers on safety procedures, emergency roles, and communication protocols. Reunification area. A designated location where separated individuals, especially children, can safely reunite with their groups or guardians. Site evacuation plans. Maps and instructions developed in advance to guide staff and attendees in quickly and safely exiting the event site during an emergency. Emergency access points. Reserved entrances or roadways set aside exclusively for first responders to ensure quick access in the event of an emergency. Identification tools. Uniforms, vests, or badges used to clearly distinguish security, safety, and emergency personnel from attendees. This concludes the review of Module 5, Section F of the Event EAP form. Up next, we'll cover the comprehensive site map that provides event planners with a clear, visual layout of the entire event space, helping to identify the location of key infrastructure such as entrances and exits, medical tents, emergency access points, staging areas, and crowd flow pathways. We encourage participants to complete the remaining EAP training by completing Module 6. Thanks for watching, and stay prepared.